सिलेक्टिव खबरें लीक करके लोगों को बदनाम करने का काम एनसीबी करती है। मैं पहले दिन से कि एनसीबी फर्जीवाड़ा करती है उस पर मैं कायम हूँ।
That's fine. I mean, it is his wish. We cannot talk on the matter which is sub judice.
Good evening. You're watching News Epicenter with me, Maria Shakil. In the wake of the raid on the Cordelia cruise ship in Mumbai earlier this month, the Narcotics Control Bureau probe into the drug trade continues. In that raid, cocaine, MDMA, charas and other hard drugs were seized along with over 1 lakh in cash. 20 suspects are in police custody. But the one at the center of the case is Shah Rukh Khan's son, Aryan Khan, who has been in custody for over 10 days now. Today, the court reserved its order on his bail plea and will pronounce it on October 20th, meaning that Aryan Khan will spend his Dashera in jail. The NCB has said that he has admitted that Arbaz Merchant, another accused, was in possession of charas and they were going to consume it on the cruise. The agency says WhatsApp chats show that he is involved in the procurement and distribution of contraband, adding that he has links to peddlers who are part of a foreign drug network. They are taking the assistance of the Ministry of External Affairs, and a probe is underway into foreign financial transactions. 4 sections of the NDPS Act have been invoked, including Section 8C, which has wide provisions from producing, selling, consuming to the export of drugs. The NCB has also said that innocent until proven guilty doesn't apply in the cases of NDPS offences. Aryan Khan's legal team has argued that WhatsApp chats are not admissible as evidence. Aryan cannot be linked to a wider conspiracy without clear evidence, and no further statements have been recorded. They have argued that mere speculation of a wider conspiracy cannot keep Aryan Khan in custody. Aghadi leaders, meanwhile, are waging war against the NCB, accusing it of misusing its powers. Maharashtra Minister Nawab Malik yet again accused the NCB of plotting to defame individuals with fake cases, asking why just a few people are being singled out amidst the thousands who were present on the cruise. The case has raised many questions against the conduct of the NCB as well as the state of India's drug laws. Similar to the Riya Chakravarti case, who faced similar charges, is mere consumption akin to being a part of a drug syndicate? Is this a real crackdown on the drug trade or overreach by the NCB, and clearly a travesty of justice? Joining me on the show, Shweta Shalini, BJP spokesperson, Majid Memon, Member of Parliament of the NCP, Akashdeep is a filmmaker, Ellen Rao, former DCP, will be joining me in just a bit. I'm going to begin with you, Majid Memon. There are several questions that are being raised by the your party, NCP, repeatedly over the investigation agency's conduct and the manner in which the investigations are going on. But the moot question here is, whatever you're putting out in the public domain, what is stopping the NCP from becoming one of the parties, or should I say, impeding before the court?
Maria, my first request to you would be that I would not participate in the debate and stay over for long till others' comments, etc., are recorded by you. I would make my expression and take leave. So you would kindly grant me whatever time is available to me in one stroke. I'll just speak out whatever is relevant and whatever is being probed. Number one, that NCB has fought tooth and nail against bail for Aryan. Is it because it was a case of a son of a celebrity? There have been number of such cases coming forward before the NDPS courts every month or every week or so, but NCB never takes this much pain in ensuring that the man is denied bail. So why there should be this kind of a discrimination? Number two, that, well, the allegations here are that he was this young man, probably consumed some charas by way of fantasy in some company. Well, this is not a very serious charge. But in order to color it or paint it with the seriousness, they have come forward today with the allegation of chat. Now, in the chat, there is likelihood of revelation of some international racket, thereby warning the court of the gravity of the crime. This is ridiculous. I must tell your viewers that this is something very unfortunate, very unfair. Now, if the narcotics people or the prosecution had any such belief that a person of this kind of social status, like Shah Rukh's son, would he indulge in the trading of the drugs? It is a joke. Now, can they just in the heart believe this, that he would want to make money by doing this trade in the drugs? Something, you see, horrible. Now, secondly, that if they had such material, why did they not ask remand court for further custodial interrogation in NCB's custody? Why did they agree when the court granted judicial custody? That means he is not more needed for custodial interrogation. When you make such an allegation of chat talk, then you are required
Mr.
in
Memon,
law. That's
here
what Supreme
you-
Court
you're-
says.
you're a
is
lawyer
that there has to
yourself.
be corroborative evidence.
Yes,
Now,
you're
where
a
is the
lawyer
corroborative evidence?
yourself.
This is a cock and bull story. This is imaginary. This is absolutely biased
Okay.
approach.
I'm
of
going
the,
to- I'm going to
narcotics
say,
drug. And I'm sorry
Court,
to say
what
that the learned,
what the
judge
ASG
had
has to say here, he is talking about a particular case judgment here of State of Kerala versus Rajesh on bail. Bail can be granted in case there are reasonable grounds for believing that accused is not guilty of such offence and that he is not likely to commit any offence while on bail. And he is saying that recovery is not material here, and he has cited another judgment where the accused is in prison for 3 years under NDPS despite no recovery.
Now, if you want me to, then you'll have to have patience. If you want to, through somebody, show me law, then I think I have not wasted my 50 years in life in criminal practice. Let me tell you, as regards bail, I have made proposals in the parliament for lawmaking as well, for your information. Bail is a right. And whenever stringent laws like NDPS, TADA, UAPA, or any such stringent laws are made, MCOC Act, etc., are enacted, there are always by the side provisions for preventing abuse of this law. There are safeguards provided. Even in NDPS Act, you cannot just take away personal liberty of an individual. If it were not Aryan, nobody would have discussed this. If it were a simple, ordinary person, nobody would have known that he was arrested and released forthwith on the next day for consumption. But here, the things are being drawn out of proportion. A mountain is being made out of mole. I am afraid that why this matter was heard for so long when it's only barely a case of possession, and the accusation of that chat is without feet to stand on. And bail could have been granted right today. And if the learned judge, with respect to him, knew that the courts are not functioning for 5 days, should the young man be punished by being kept in the custody and suffer the rigors of humiliation of being in prison? This is gross travesty of justice.
Okay.
This has resulted in miscarriage of justice. We have obtained bail in appropriate cases in our career at wee hours, not waiting till morning, because the justice in true sense believes that you can't deny bail if he is entitled to bail. In this case, if Aryan is entitled to bail, why should he be kept in custody for next 5 days? We have seen the case of Goswami, how it was taken up even by the highest court, appreciating the value of an individual's personal liberty. Article 21, right to life, says
Yes.
that your personal liberty
Okay,
stands above anything else.
Mr. Memon,
Now, is
I
it- does
really
it not
appreciate
apply in this case?
your time. I would request you to stay on the continue with us on the show.
No, I'm sorry, I'm needed,
Shweta,
I'm needed at many other places. I'm
Shweta,
sorry,
my
I'll
question
take
to
your
you
leave.
here is what Justice Kotwal said while granting bail in the case of Riya Chakravarti. When the similar argument was being made by the NCB then, and they were arguing that the celebrities and role models should be harshly treated because it sets an example for the young generation in society, and so that they're not encouraged to commit similar crimes. Justice Kotwal then had said that everybody is equal before law. No celebrity or a role model enjoys any special privileges before the law, and hence such person also does not incur any special liability when he faces law in the court, in the courts. Now, again, the question here is the focus on Aryan Khan. While we look at it, the agency's conduct is now in the cloud of suspicion. That is this some kind of targeting of the celebrity's son?
Okay, Maria, first and foremost, before answering your question, there are a couple of things that I would want to submit. One is, if you are calling us for a debate, please make it a
Shweta,
debate
go ahead.
and
Please
not a
make
monologue.
okay. Please go ahead. Make your arguments
Please
now.
do
Please
not call it a debate.
Go ahead.
If
Go ahead.
do not have,
Yes.
if I can go
Okay.
ahead and say my point and run away from the show.
Okay,
without
Shweta,
even
finish your
listening to the
point now.
answers.
Finish your
Second,
point. Yes.
my point is very, very critical. I would want to pinpoint things that Majid Memon ji said. He actually called 8C a serious, not a serious charge. He said it is a joke. And he said that everything about the case is imaginary and there is some bias. Now, I wanted to ask him a counter question. What kind of bias is he talking about? And he also categorically said that a mountain has been made out of a... Now, he is a member of the parliament. He is a much celebrated advocate. We need to... He himself said that I presented many bills for bail. I agree. Bail is a right and bail everyone should get. And we need to get judicial reforms. I completely agree to that. But how much time does an ordinary man to take? Minimum time taken is about 25 to 30 days. There are cases which are pending for about 6 months to 8 months for the bail. Now, do we agree that this is a special case or Aryan Khan is a special person? Second, I would request him to go ahead, implement and present a case against 8C, which says NDPS Act 8 that consumption is not a serious charge. Let us make it legal. That's what Mr. Desai, who's Aryan's law. Aryan was across the globe and everything is legitimized there. Hence, he did not know. Now, we need to understand, and here I come back to your question. It is important for us to understand that these are the young youth idols who the entire youth of the country follow. And we are also looking at...
No. Again, the same argument doesn't hold. Justice Kotwal, while granting bail to Riya Chakravarti, answered the point that you have made. If they cannot be, if they are idols, the so-called idols, then they should be, all are equal before the law. Doesn't hold that much.
Absolutely.
Yes,
And hence I gave you statistics to say...
I'm again saying that NCB is making its entire case based on certain WhatsApp chats. But at the same time, let me go back to the judgment of Riya Chakravarti, where it says very clearly, simply providing money for a particular transaction or other transactions will not be financing of that activity. Here, Aryan Khan is neither in possession of drugs, neither is he seen to be in possession of commercial quantity. Then what exactly is the nature of crime? It is about consuming drugs over WhatsApp chats. And WhatsApp chats is the only evidence that is there before the NCB. Then in that case, is this some kind of witch hunt that is happening against him?
Maria, with due respect to the NCB for doing a job that is a must, I mean, we want a world free of drugs, not just India. So while I commend their efforts with such short staff, this particular case, the longer it drags, is making me feel that there is some underlining fact to it, maybe not an open witch hunt, because the chats that the NCB talks about, there are similar chats that were found on so many other celebrities who were summoned, spoken to, information taken, probably a copy of the messages and whatever they could track from their phones taken, and they were sent off the same day. I'm talking about so many celebrities a few months back who were summoned. Aryan Khan is the son of a celebrity. He's not a celebrity himself other than the fact that he is Mr. Shah Rukh Khan's son. He has not been proven to have consumed. They did not even want to do a blood test. He has not, it has been proven by the NCB in their statement that he was not in possession too of any drugs himself. Therefore, Majid Memon sir's point is valid that it is bailable. Now, through his chats, if they feel they can reach out to some dealers, or whatever they keep talking about. You know, the NCB has come out with detailed clarification about those two leaders from another political party who were seen at the scene of the crime, who were seen taking Aryan away, who were taking photographs. The same evening when those statements came out, they came and gave a clarification. All we as viewers, people from the fraternity, want to know, what is this secret about Aryan Khan that you seem to have, that you're not willing to share with the people?
Shweta, there is a nature
What
of
is it? What is
investigation
it?
that began by the NCB since we are seeing from the Sushant Singh Rajput case. Riya Chakrabarti spends 1 month in jail. The nature of evidence is questionable again. What is happening in that case? We have seen the judgment, if anything, by the High Court was pretty tough on the nature of investigation and evidence gathered by the NCB. Then we saw high profile. Yes, one moment. I'm not done. Yes.
The entire episode was related to a murder.
Yes. So
What is the big thing here?
high
We want to
profile
know.
people like Deepika Padukone, Sara Ali Khan they are investigated and questioned by the NCB in Bombay. Now the question again is about Shah Rukh Khan's son. On a cruise of 1,300 people, he is the only one who singled out 3 arrests made. What is the evidence? It is not on him. There is no procurement on him. There is no evidence on him. But he has spent time of over 10 days in jail already. So the question is about the nature of investigation by the NCB again.
Maria, please don't use the word singled out. There are 8 people who are with him. And if you people pick out one person and conduct a debate on it, that doesn't mean that he is different or he's been singled out, singling him out. Secondly, NDPS Act very, very clearly says he was caught in action by a policeman who was from the NCB.
What action was he caught under, ma'am?
Third, please understand, NDPS Act categorically states that you are guilty until proven innocent. And last but not the least, the Panchanama which he has signed, Aryan Khan has signed himself, clearly says that he was in possession of the,
Ellen Rao is also joining me now. Ellen Rao, there are a lot of questions being raised about the NCB. Bail is the right, jail an exception, no commercial quantity recovered, yet the NCB continues to say that Aryan Khan has been involved in some kind of cartel. What's the evidence? What is his crime?
I mean, it all depends upon the evidence available with the NCB in this case. And merely saying that there is no recovery, only recovery cannot be said that anywhere the ground of bail in this case. Apart from the recovery, if there are allegations, and there are allegations of sales and pushing of the drugs, and that is under section 27A of the NDPS Act, then definitely it becomes a serious offence. Only if there is only 27, means that consumption or allegations are there, then that offence is bailable. But if there are allegations of sales and inducement and other allegations are still there, then
Mr.
it can
Rao,
be a serious matter.
Okay, let me go back to Riya Chakrabarti's case and what Justice
Maria.
Kotwal then had said. One moment. He says that this basically it was about that he had agreed that it is highly disproportionate that the punishment for providing money for drugs is more than that for the consumption of any narcotic drug or psychotropic substance. Then he goes on to say, and I'm quoting him, I agree that the punishment for the consumption of any drug, then it is elaborate by applying the interpretation, because since you're talking about 27A of the NCB, the NDPS Act by NCB, if some other person like a friend or a relative pays money for such consumption, then the person who actually consumes the drug can be punished only up to 1 year or can get immunity under section 64A of the NDPS Act. So the larger question here is WhatsApp chat. For what? I mean, the emphasis that has been given on the WhatsApp chat without any recovery, isn't this some kind of an evidence which is going in a direction which is similar to what had happened in the past, and the cases didn't go anywhere? Mr. Rao. Ellen Rao, if you can hear me. Okay, Swapnil Kothari takes that question, please.
Maria, I think, this latest bombshell by the NCB that, there's some sort of an international cartel and these WhatsApp chats lead up to some sort of a network or a cabal or a conspiracy is something which they will have to prove very, very effectively. It here involves the liberty of an individual. Now, even if he has consumed drugs, there is a vast difference between being a part of a network and only consuming drugs. Those are entirely two different, separate scenarios. So this is where the NCB will, I hope that the NCB knows what it is talking. Otherwise, it will be a major embarrassment if it's pulled up by the court at some sort that, look, you don't even have it. You're talking about the Ministry of External Affairs, and the Ministry of External Affairs has sort of said that we only have some media reports, but we haven't had any connection, or we do not even know what this is all about. So something of that sort, the latest, has come from the MEA. So the NCB really, really needs to buttress this. Otherwise, according to me, well, today the date has been reserved for judgment. That is normal. That is common. This happens all the time with us lawyers. Frustrating as it may be, but I'm sure on the 20th of October a judgment will be pronounced one way or the other, and I think it will be mostly for bail, simply because if this tall claims by the NCB, if they know what they're up to, then it's a different thing. But all said and done, even if that is the case. Even if there is that you don't have to, the maxim that you are innocent until proven guilty does not apply. This is something which you really, really need to buttress. Otherwise, this is going to be extremely difficult. And I think he should get bail because I'm sure the bail bond will say that he has to come before a local police station. His passport is taken away, so he is not a flight risk, etc. So you can still get his cooperation if you want. So this is something which really, really needs to be taken very, very seriously. And I hope the NCB knows what it's talking, because here it involves liberty of a person, the fundamental right of a person.
Would you say that has been compromised by the NCB? I mean, that has been violated in many ways by the NCB.
Maria?
No, I wouldn't say that it's violated. I would say that this is something which they are aware of, and they should be aware of. And they are not aware of. Sometimes the investigating agencies are not aware of those things. And that's exactly why you have the judiciary, why you have the judge, to remind them that, look, there is a constitution, there is a personal liberty, and that prevails over everything else if your claims do not match up. If your claims match up, then obviously, the personal liberty goes down, because it has to subjugate itself to a crime, where if a crime has taken place and you can clearly show that the person is complicit as part of that, or anybody for that matter. Why we talk only about one person? We have to talk about all the three people who applied for bail. Okay,
all right. Swapnil Kothari, I appreciate your time. Majid Memon, Akashdeep and Shweta, thank you so much, and also thanks to Ellen Rao. This is something that will be continuing as well, Akashdeep. Thank you so much. We'll continue this discussion on news18.com. That's all from me. Thanks so much for watching.